completely different. In your heart, you know he's right.
2 months ago, I was doing a memoriam. I was doing a speech for one of my radio heroes, Jobo, from the Eddie and Jobo show on B96, as he passed away 2 months ago. Another one of my Chicago radio heroes has passed away, and I'm very sad about it. His name is Terry Boers. They did the Boers And Bernstein show on 670 The Score. And my dad was very hard to impress. He didn't like much unless it was Seinfeld or jazz music. But I have a story. So Boers And Bernstein were an afternoon show. They were like kind of like a mix of Opie and Anthony with sports journalism. Like they were outrageously funny. And I used to listen to them probably from, I don't know, 06 till when they went off here in 2016. But in high school, when my dad would pick me up and I would go to like my tutor, or we'd go somewhere, we would always have Boers And Bernstein on. And you got to remember, everybody that was a Chicago sports fan listened to Boers And Bernstein. I had friends in high school that listened. I had teachers that listened. My uncle and my uncle's son listened. Everybody listened. Even in like, if I would go to like baseball practice with my friends in high school, everybody was like, dude, let's see what the sports is going. Let's see what's going on with sports. Because this is before like cell phones were prominent and you got all the breaking news from 670 The Score. And a shout out to Waddle and Sylvie. They're still going on ESPN 1000. But Terry Boers passed away. And I'm very sad. Here's the thing though, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. In 2012, when I graduated high school, my mom was trying to figure out what to give me as like a graduation present. And she gave me the best graduation present ever. So they went to this, there's like this Catholic church. I believe it was in like Wilmette or something, in like a rich suburb of not New York City, of Chicago. It was a rich suburb. And they would have raffles. And the raffle would be like, oh, you get a tour of the local news station or you get to meet a player. And one of the prizes was getting to meet Boers And Bernstein and getting to go to 670 The Score. And this was like in June 2012. And we went as a family to the Prudential Plaza downtown. It was me, my dad, and my mom in 2012. And Terry Boers right there. Could not have been more gracious. Could not have been more amazing. So what happened was, it was a big hallway. There's like 6 floors for all the radio stations. In like Tampa, everybody's on the same floor. But in Chicago, it's all on like different floors. So what am I trying to say? So pretty much we go to this big floor. It's like 670 The Score. Everybody's got an office. There's like a producer's studio. There's a phone screening. It was a big production. And there you just see Boers And Bernstein with their perfect connection going back and forth. So I believe I was talking to Lawrence Holmes and Jason Goff, and they're like, oh yeah, we'll give you a second to meet them. And Boers And Bernstein walk out during our commercial break or a score update. And I was on cloud 9 as a radio nerd. Like they're right in front of me. It's Boers And Bernstein. It was quite great. And I'm sorry to Boers' family for the loss of your father and grandpa. I'm sorry to Dan Bernstein for the loss of your former partner. And what's crazy is Dan Bernstein now does the Unfiltered podcast through Hubbard Radio. And you know who works over at Hubbard Radio? A man that is known as Keith Lawless. Now, if you're a Tampa radio listener, he used to be the head of Cox Media Group. And to me, Cox Media Group Tampa Bay was at its best when it had Keith Lawless. Love that man. All right. So Terry Boers, rest in peace. And I saw this video here from morning radio host, the guy who used to be on in the mornings, Mike North. Here he is talking about the passing of a Terry Boers. This video right here hits home. Right here on Happy Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Hey folks, Mike North here. I was at a family party and I just got a text from Mitch Rosen not long ago saying that Terry Boers had passed away. Put a damper on my feelings and BB's feelings, that's for sure. Condolences to Carol, the twins, the kids, all the score heads out there, all the score guys. Bernstein, Danny Bernstein, Dan McNeil, Brian Hanley, who worked with him, Judd Surratt, Mike Greenberg. I know I'm going to miss somebody. All the guys, Jesse Rogers, everybody. He was an awesome talent. He was great at what he did. We couldn't have made it without him. He was the journalist who broke the mold and became a talk show host. He wasn't just a journalist on the radio talking like he wrote. He completely changed his aura. He was outstanding and a huge part of our success. We don't make it without Terry. We don't make it without one of these guys, okay? That's just the way it was. We were the second best franchise in the 90s after the Chicago Bulls. And every day I think about these guys. I look at this picture when I walk down this hall, okay? And I know what I was part of something special. I will say this. If I ever thought that we could get together for 1 week together, I knew we would be the same. I always knew we'd be the same. And Terry'd be a huge part of it. Got a laugh out of him. He told me, you know what? I liked you once I figured you out. I said, I always liked you. Excellent journalist who opened up for Wilbon, Kornheiser, Page, Mariotti, Bayless, and others. He'll be sorely missed. I loved Terry Boers. What an awesome talent.
All right, here's the deal. I'm getting all sad thinking about my radio heroes getting older. So I want to play a banger to change the mood and not think about death. All right, here's the deal. We're going to come back on Happy Hour. We're not doing a commercial break. We're just going to play a song. And we're going to keep this party going and going right after this.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
RyanHappyRadio.com.
Happy Hour will be right back.
You probably had Taco Bell before.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
In the nuts, and we'll call it a day.
The semen was so big.
As a reminder, if you don't feel like listening to this next song, you can skip over it. But Ryan Hoppe of Hoppe Hour takes pride in his selection, so stick around, folks.
Don't worry, Fresno. Happy Hour will be right back.